Okay, I'm going to give a quick garden tour this morning. Today is February the 11th. You can see some of my bulbs popping up through the ground. It's clematis. This is my snowball viburnum. I might get a few blooms on it this year. Try not to go too fast. Some little miniature rose. I thought I would do a tour before I clean out my flower bed. I repotted these pots yesterday, or I didn't repot, I added some color to them. These beds need to be cleaned out. That's agapanthus, some ferns. Got lots of bulbs in here. Let's see. You can see more of it once I get it cleaned out. I have a Brennera. I hope it made it this year. A lamb's ear, maidenhair fern. I have lots of Japanese maples in pots. These are my snowdrops. Got lots of them coming up. Some heuchera. I usually paint all of my statues every year. That is some kind of spider lily. I can't remember the name of it. I got lots of daffodils in here. That is a chrysanthemum. I can't remember the name of it now. Hydrangeas. Pomegranate tree. This is a oakleaf hydrangea. This is where I keep all of my little trees for the winter. This is my bed along the sidewalk. I got lots of daffodils. I haven't pulled the weeds yet. If you look real close, you can see lots of larkspur, poppies. If I can't zoom in right here and show you some of the larkspur. And you can see some of the bulbs popping up through the ground. Thought I would take y'all on a little tour this morning. So I'm going to start cleaning out beds this week. I have lots of bulbs planted in this bed, but I don't see hardly anything coming up right now. But we put about, I think 100 bulbs in this ground. This bed. Lots of bulbs. Irises, daylilies, daffodils. That's my little greenhouse. Need to clean all these beds out. Just a little quick tour. I potted up the window boxes this weekend. See lots of bulbs and things coming up in this bed. We'll just take a little quick tour in the greenhouse. Electricity went off and I lost lots of things, but I do still have a lot of seeds growing in here. I'll do a short on everything in here, and I turn the grow lights off so you can see it better. But you can see I lost lots of things when the electricity went off. That's okay. I'll clean it up. It'll come back. I need to clean up this bed. Plant this window box and those racks that hang on the fence. And I need to clean all this out. We're gonna put some raised beds all through here. I build everything out of scraps. There's my rain barrel. There's my little raised bed. You can see I've got some garlic coming up. Lettuce and carrots and beets. Just a few things planted in there. This is all going to be raised beds here. Lots of daylilies in here. This is where I've been growing my cucumbers. And then we're back around to the front yard. I'm going to show you the tulips. My tulips are looking really good. We planted like 300 tulips, I believe, around both the trees. They're looking really nice. Need to weed my grass. You can see the tulips are coming up pretty good. Squirrels got quite a few of them. That's why I planted so many, because I knew they would. And then this little bed around the light pole has got lots of perennials in it. Lots of bulbs and seeds. And that's the front yard. Let's go around to the backyard. Let me get an overall view of the front of the house. Let me back up a little bit. This is down the sidewalk. The front of the house. Oh, I'm so ready for spring. It's about 40 degrees this morning. It's pretty chilly. Now let's go take a look at the backyard. Okay, all of the ducks are down. They all need to have their wings repaired and repainted. This is we call this the strawberry bed. We haven't had strawberries in it in a few years. This is my clematis and my passion vine. There's all of my winter seed sowing milk jugs. Let's see if we can see anything, any green. You can see a little bit of green peeking through there. This is my herb bed. Got lots of blue bonnets. Got lots of weeds in there too. I'm not pulling my weeds until my blue bonnets and larkspur and poppy come up a little bit better. So I don't want to disturb those. Got a clematis, lemon verbena, There's thyme, rosemary, lots of dill. There's thyme in that box. That's my porcelain vine in the terracotta pot back there. These are some plants that I'm adding a little bit of color because I'm ready for spring. There's a rose bush I'm going to take out. It's supposed to be a Mr. Lincoln. I've had it for 3 years and it hasn't had one single bloom. If you look real close, you can see my bluebonnets in between all the weeds. You can see lots of larkspur in here. Lots of larkspur. This bed back here is pretty close to time to cleaning out. There's my Blackfoot daisy. I've got 2 of them in here. Lots of bluebonnets. Echinacea. There's another little rose bush. I'll probably trim my roses this week. Lots of larkspur. I love larkspur. And poppies. There's a whole lot of poppies in here too. And bluebonnets. There's another rose bush. There's lots of daffodils planted in here. This butterfly bush. I have Gerber daisies. The Gerber daisy's been coming back every year for probably 4 years now. We'll see how it does. You can see the daffodils coming up. This rose bush is already putting out lots of growth, but it's not time to trim it till later this week. Lots of bluebonnets over here. This is usually really full of bluebonnets and larkspur. And this is where I keep all of my pots for the winter so I can keep them close together and cover them up when it gets cold. And then that's about all that's back here. Later this week we're going to have a, not this week, next week, a class on making rain chains. Here's some rain chains that I made up for samples. Everything is still pretty much buckled up for the winter. Here's an overall view of the backyard. Got it, the dogs blocked off from that side back there for the winter so they don't kill all the grass. It's pretty chilly out here this morning. Okay, thanks so much for watching.